Alright, so now we're in Maya with our blue rig. We just need to get some base animation so we can start doing the multiples. So what I'm going to do is just a simple bounce animation. So we're going to start just in default for now, and then we'll go across 4 keys and we'll set a down pose, and then 2 keys, we'll set a jump, and then we'll move it up 2 more keys, and then 2 more keys, we'll do a bit of ease, 2 more keys, do a little bit more of an ease, 2 more keys, tiny ease, then 2 more keys, she can start to fall down, 2 more keys, falls down, 2 more keys, big down, and then 2 more keys, she's down. So we've just done it on 2s. So let's see how that plays, and we can tweak it. So she's a bit slow coming down. So we just grab the last 2 keys, shift them across 1. And we can open up the graph editor. So I might have just gone a bit too ham in there. So you can see here, it doesn't look very nice. So easy to fix. All we have to do, grab these 2, shift it across 1, grab these 1, and then grab everything from here, shift it across 1 more. So we're just tightening up the hang time. And we can just delete that key. And we can see how that plays. Bring this down over here. Cool, so that is enough. So now we've got our base animation. Let's do a smear. So I'm just going to animate both things at the same time here, both wings. So this is how to do it manually with the rig itself without using any of the tools that Maya has access to. So I'm just going to grab the wings, and first we're just going to animate them. So it can start off in this down position, and then she can go to fly. Right, nice opposing action. Now these wings have curl controls like this, and bend and twist. So I'm going to use the bend. Now what I like with these wings is I don't really like this gap when these 2 wings come, and this is just a bit of an appeal thing. I just find it more appealing when the wings are like that, pressed to the body. So that's how you can ensure you keep this rig a bit more appealing. Cool, so we've got that now, and you also have to remember not to animate everything. Oops, I didn't set a key on this, so I didn't. Set a key. What's going on here? So set a key here, and then 0 this out here because we want it to happen as it goes down. Oh, the jump, it's easing into the jump. Don't like that. Let's play it again. Yeah, I think I want to delete a frame there. So we're just going to come back to the cog that we have here. And we're just going to shift. No, let's just leave it. Oh, no, I don't like it. Alright, I'm going to shift all of that, just 1 key across. And then this one as well. I want it to get up there fast. There we are, cool. So that gives us the big gap to fill. Alright, so now we just come across. Now we want the wings to flap down. can get rid of the bend. Okay, and now we can do the stretch. So how do we stretch? We want to fill this gap that was here and then here. So blue herself can stretch a bit, so we'll just do a bit of blue. Using these controls. I'm not sure if this might be better. Let's just undo this one. Yeah, I'll just do a little stretch like that. And then now we can just grab the actual geometry of the arms here, so the controls, and just stretch them out a bit more. We have to do this one at a time. Maybe I don't want to stretch the arms, maybe I want to stretch the wings. One at a time. No. There we go. Move the arm down and out, just down. I'm also going to scale them. And then I think we have to do the bend again. Just animate them ourselves. Rotate them. Why is the finger? I think the squash is affecting the wings. Yeah, okay. So we don't want to use that squash for now, because that's affecting the wings. I didn't set a key on this, so now I'm just backtracking. So we should always set a key on everything, right? Now we can just individually grab this. Maybe this one will be a bit easier. There we go. So we want to grab the corners of the arms here. And then we can bend them a bit. No. We'll have to do it manually. So this is this one, I believe. Nope, this one. And then you have to stick it out, right? Because we're going back in. And then grab the rest and do that. And then we can get a nice U, a nice C shape, sorry. And then just bring it back in. And then we have to do the same thing with this finger. Stick it out and then bring it back in. Then we can maybe scale. No, you can't scale the individual ones. Nope. See, no. Okay. So you can't scale that. Alright, so that's how we have to do it then. It's all good. you know what? I'm just going to leave it like it was actually, because it doesn't look so bad like this. And we're just going, it's going to be quick anyway. We can come back in and clean it up. We'll just block it out nicely. Right, so then the wings, they come back up now. And these get back to normal. The scale here as well comes back to 1. And then this, to keep the appeal again, we bring this into here. And then we move the arms back up as well. So everything comes back full circle to where it was. And then we don't need the arms so high. Grab this, and just zero everything out. Not bad, except for the last one. To remember, this should be 0. This is where it needs to be stretched. So the issue, the reason that we're going backwards right now is because we didn't set a key on everything at the same time. So normally when you animate, it's very wise to oh, I see what that is now. Okay, cool. To set a key on everything to prevent that. Alrighty, so if we watch that, that's cool. Now here, we want to have the wings bent out like this, and then curl. And they can open. And then when they come back down, this is where we can add another nice stretch here. So this is the big gap. Again, because we didn't set a key, so I'm just going to go back now. To prevent this from happening, I'm just going to select all controls and just set a key on everything. Oops. It's kind of animation 101 to do that, so I should be doing it. But now we should be sweet. So any change we make will not affect the frames before. Now the way to do this with the polish, in a nice polished way, would be to do it individually with these and get some really nice designs. But for the nature of this tutorial, for the time that we have, we won't do that. And then down. Don't know what we've done here, to be honest. I'm just going to zero it out because this is kind of what I want, like this. And we can just put a bit of curl on it again. Sorry, a bit of bend. go, she can come back to default. Right, so now we've got some stretch. Now what about if we want to do some multiples? We'll look at that in the next video. For now, I just want to show you how to do the stretch with the rig, just naturally by bending the controls. The second thing that I want to do quickly is with the foot, we have some good opportunity. So I'm just going to animate the foot very quickly. Right, so this here in itself is a stretch. So this is fine. What we want is we want to have a foot roll, that's for sure. So she can push off. She can start here. And then when she comes up, we're going to do it offset like this. One foot can come higher than the other, like this. But the toes is where I want to add some nice stretch here. So we can grab this one. And with the feet, you can scale the feet, I believe. Which could look cool. But let's just do this. Right, like that. And then we grab this one, move it across like this. And then we'll grab this one, just move it across, get it in close together. Right, and that makes it just a bit more of a stretch. Just remember that we've got keys on everything now, so just delete. In here as well, we'll have to bring them in. Right. Bring the feet up. Like this. Now they're going into the body, right? So we want them up, but we don't want them in the body. We want them forward like this, so that we can see them. And this one can come out a little bit. This one can come back out here and then down. Right, now you might think this looks a bit dodgy, and it does. So what we can do is do the leg position here. Move that out up to here, so that now it looks really nice, and that's cool. And ideally we would probably do some rotation as well. But we'll do that at the end if we do it at all. So let's just pose these a bit nicely. I believe we have some secondary controls on there that we might be able to utilize to make it look nicer. Bendy controls, secondary controls, so if we turn those on, we'll be able to select this, and then when we come around here, we can pose the leg a bit nicer, like in a nice curl. So we can do that again, this polish sort of thing, we'll do that at the end. For now, just how do we want to pose this? Right. Now we'll just take this pose, put it here. And the same thing for this one. And then we'll just delay it because we don't want it to lead the action. Right, so here this is fine. And then use the tween machine to get them down there. 100%. Right, and then again, we've got this big gap. So when we do multiples, we'll put a multiple in here, but for now we will do the stretch. That looks good. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly set a camera as well so that we have the same angle all the time, because I don't want to have to keep changing. So create a plane, so we have a ground, and then set the camera. So to set the camera, I just want to check out this like this and make sure everything's cool. She lands, she jumps, she lands. Cool, so I'm just going to lock the camera now. Yeah, that's great. Alright, now I'm going to tweak this, but it's going to come in at the same time as the multiples. So since I'm doing that in the next video, I'm not going to worry about getting those legs there now. All I need to know is that they're moving round about where they need to be, right? And that's it. So the last thing that we can animate is the hair. Which doesn't look like it's in the picker, unfortunately. So for example, I'm just going to be a bit lazy with this as well. I think I can be. Not really. Because it's all on different. That's what's my rotation. Gimbal. If I do object, see what happens. No. Component. No. That kind of works. Let's go try object again with this. No. It's fine, so it's going to be a one at a time sort of thing, unfortunately. So can't really be bothered to do that now. We will have to do it though. So let's, I guess, just do it. Just try to be quick. Okay, so just delay it because we don't want it to start until the jump has begun. Right, and it can stay there until about here. We'll delete, and then we'll just make it normal. One more frame earlier. And then here, we want to have the stretch. So let's get back in close. And then, so it works basically all of it except for that one, which is kind of cool. Actually, it makes it kind of simple to do. So I'm just being rough, right? Not trying to get it perfect. We just need to see it in there. Alright, so that's enough. So set a key, and then back down to 0, and 0 here as well. And then we want to get this down post that we did here, copy it, then put it here, and then come back up into the one that we had. And move it across one. See how that plays. Just reducing how much it actually moves. Right, and then what we can do is just offset it and stuff like that, so this one can fall a bit sooner. Maybe this here can take a bit longer. So it's just offset, right? And the one thing that we haven't done is actually just hitting a wall here. So we can just do a little overshoot down. To have that cushion have fall a bit better, right? So if we come here now I've got the squash and the stretch. You can see it's getting a bit stretched a bit too soon though. The translation, right? Because we haven't gone that far. So there is a rule on stretching and squashing that I would like to discuss actually, and I'll open up Sing Sketch again just to show you that. But you don't want to leave. You don't want the motion to go somewhere that the arm wouldn't hypothetically have gone. So for example, the highest that the hair should have been is here. So there's no reason for any sort of stretch to come up here. So let's fix that. So it's the translate that's doing that. So we will zero it out here. Because you only want it in that one frame, right? Do you remember? Just to fill the gap. Forgot I hadn't saved. We've done a fair bit of work, so I'd be annoyed to lose it. Right, that's cool. So the next thing that we might just want to do is with the eyes now. We have a few controls to animate the eyes. This one, or maybe is it that one? Yeah, that one. So we can come up here, we can stretch and move them down a bit. And then when they come back down here, we can stretch them again and then zero them out. Just a little bit of stretch in the eyes. We can just animate the brows really quickly. Need with the brow. Whoops. maybe not for now. Maybe we'll just do it with the eyelids, and we can layer that in for now. So I'm just going to lead with the eyes a bit, right, just like this. And then always have the eyes leading. And they can come down and then down like this. And we can just do a quick blink. And then open them up. Not bad. Opened the wrong frame. And when she looks up, she will look up as well. Like this. Alrighty. Now we've got that looking pretty good, so let's just try and layer in a tiny bit of squash and stretch now before we move on to animating the multiples. It's a lot, right? Too much. Yeah, unfortunately that happens, so we won't do that. When she lands, we can most definitely do some. Alrighty. And then lastly, we rotated the cog here when she lands like this, just like a little bit. So we can do the same here when she jumps. She can lean forward a bit and then shoot up. And then when she shoots up, she can do that maybe. Let's see. Yeah, cool. So we'll just have the graph editor open again. This is the rotate R. So she can lean forward and then shoot up, right? This way. Like that. 2 frames, boom, boom, boom. And then she can come to be normal. Like that. Eyes are looking a bit dodgy. See if we just bring it down. Here I think we can lead with the eyes. Alright, that's cool. So in the next video, we'll look at the multiples and how we can add those in using Maya.